Hello and welcome back to Metaverse. For today's video, we are going to be talking about Bill Gates revealed something scary about Metaverse. Let's get started. Undoubtedly, one of the most divisive topics in technology is the Metaverse. But as of late, Bill Gates has revealed that the Metaverse may arrive much sooner than we anticipate. Recently, he wrote on his personal website, Bill Gates said, quote, "I predict most virtual meetings will move from 2D camera image grids, which I call the Hollywood Squares model, to the Metaverse, a 3D space with digital avatars," unquote. He said that the COVID-19 pandemic has already transformed the workplace and predicted that most employees will hold their virtual meetings within the Metaverse in the next 2 to 3 years. With the majority of businesses now allowing employees to work remotely, Gates claimed that as time goes on, such changes will only become more pronounced, as the popularity of remote employment will draw more people into the Metaverse. There is still work to be done, but we're getting close to a threshold where the technology starts to accurately mimic working in a group in an office. According to Bill, using the Metaverse will be a substantial improvement over using the majority of video conferencing solutions, such as Zoom or Microsoft Teams. At the moment, you would have a 3D avatar in the Metaverse that could interact with the avatars of your coworkers and attend meetings in a virtual office or other locations. If you believe that Zuckerberg's Metaverse is the only virtual environment you will have access to, you'd be wrong, says Bill Gates, because Microsoft is developing Office software that will support 3D avatars and other Metaverse-friendly features. Now that Microsoft and Zach are working together to make Meta's workplace features for enterprises compatible with Teams. Teams may even have a clear path to the Metaverse. But Bill also noted that both users and their company's willingness to wait will be necessary before a Metaverse workplace that is only virtual actually exists. The virtual worlds that will make up the Metaverse are still being developed by tech companies. The Meta, it should be noted, Bill acknowledged the need for pricey tech gadgets in order to effectively record facial expressions, body language, and speech quality, such as virtual reality headsets and even motion capture gloves. The Microsoft co-founder said there's still some work to do, but it won't be long for Metaverse is making remote work feel a little less remote. Just like Bill Gates, Zuckerberg is cautiously optimistic about the future of the Metaverse. In the next 5 to 10 years, according to Meta CEO, major elements of the Metaverse will enter the mainstream. Horizon Workrooms, a VR app, was introduced by Meta earlier this year, where individuals can gather in online workspaces. The major players are gradually beginning to stake their position at the top as more businesses attempt to enter the Metaverse early. Microsoft is currently developing mixed reality and extended reality application using holograms, a family-friendly computer game that has been transformed into a separate virtual world. Another platform that kids can't get enough of is Roblox. In order to provide distinctive experiences to the Metaverse, Roblox has worked with a number of brands, including Ralph Lauren, Vans, and Gucci. Many believe Microsoft appears to have grasped the idea of the Metaverse, superior to Meta, which is a very hilarious example because all you need is your existing smartphone or laptop to access Mesh, Microsoft's entrance to the Metaverse. There is no requirement for bulky headsets or pricey equipment, like with Meta. For instance, according to its strategy, Microsoft is continuing to prioritize existing capabilities and enterprise applications above Meta's dream of widespread adoption of new lifestyles. Over 145 million people use Microsoft Teams on a daily basis. At the moment, the total number of installed VR headsets, though, Microsoft Teams has a potential user base that is more than 8 times larger than the number of users that Meta could hope to reach, which is less than 17 million given these numbers mesh with its VR headsets as well as the privacy concern, which Meta was infamously renowned for during the early days of Facebook. Internal documents revealed by leaker Francis Hogan revealed Facebook's uneven execution of moderation guidelines, accusing the business of putting profits above safety by stating that it will limit the quantity of data collected in order to enable privacy-protected data uses and give people transparency and control over their data. Meta has reassured its users of its commitment to to data privacy in the metaverse. However, that sadly might not be sufficient to reassure the majority of potential consumers. Microsoft, on the other hand, is a market leader in data privacy. Microsoft comes in second place on the social media thematic scorecard from Global Data when ordered by the 10 topics that are most important to the social media sector. The overall ranking of Meta is 21st out of 35 firms. If you're still not convinced that Microsoft may take over the metaverse, you definitely haven't heard of Xbox Museum. Lots of memories have been made around Microsoft's Xbox gaming platform, and its behaviors with regard to data privacy could be detrimental to its future performance. The business has now developed a brilliant idea. Xbox owners may now explore a virtual area that showcases a museum of highlights, reminding players of memorable events. You can see the avatars of other Xbox owners perusing exhibitions, and these includes crucial dates like when specific consoles launched and generation-defining errors, like the notorious Red Ring of Death. The personal Xbox Museum, which intensifies the sense that you are in a metaverse, was the strongest draw for the majority of players. This displays a list of specific highlights: the most popular game played each year, the first game played on each system, the first accomplishment, the number of hours and games played, and so forth are among these. But will corporations or consumers be the early adapters? The converse was true with the smartphone, with customers purchasing Apple iPhones individually. Businesses discovered use cases for the PC that provided value and purchased PCs long before consumers discovered uses for pricey computers at home, and effectively pressuring businesses to make the necessary software compatible with them. Consumers have ruled VR up to this point, utilizing the Oculus brand of Meta, focusing on customers from a functional and financial standpoint. As we had previously said, this resulted in the sale of millions of devices. It is therefore difficult to challenge that tactic at this time. Microsoft, however, has tailored its VR and AR strategy to commercial use cases like engineering and construction, with an increased price to match. These immersive technology use cases are highly valuable and are already assisting in the development of the high end of the market. However, they are less prevalent than current customer VR. Microsoft is also not a newcomer to the field of virtual and augmented hardware. The HoloLens became a top AR headset as a result, whereas supplying technologies to independent producers for its mixed reality, virtual reality technology. Microsoft isn't a major player in VR hardware right now. However, it could quickly purchase a firm like HTC or Pico and then very immediately have the hardware necessary to compete with Meta in the enterprise market. Or it could rely on third parties to produce the hardware while concentrating on software. However, the mischief doesn't end with the metaverse. Microsoft seems to be betting big on the neo economy. The venture arm of the IT behemoth is driving a $27 million investment in an NFT studio called Palm. According to CoinDesk, the cash will be mostly used to scale the business's operations and bring on a large number of additional employees to assist in the creation of NFT projects. Palm works with businesses and brands, utilizing the back end of Ethereum. Microsoft and its M12 startup fund saw it as precisely the kind of blockchain service with potential on an organizational level. In an interview with CoinDeck, M12 managing director Matt Goldstein said, "We're focused on early stage B2B. The only brands we see in Palm's pipeline are media, art, and content brands. And those are the connections that, in our opinion, will be most helpful and supportive of the partnership with Microsoft." Third King Venture Capital Permian Investment, a decentralized autonomous company, and Griffin Gaming Partners RRE. Warner's Brothers and DAO, the LAO, also took part in fundraising round. Palm has already worked with some well-known figures, including the NFT collection for Space Jam 2. Furthermore, an NFT project for DC Comics, DC Fandom 2021 event. It will be interesting to watch Microsoft handle these novel NFT and metaverse situations. And now that Microsoft has jumped into the deep end on all fronts, it's either sink or swim. What did you learn about the metaverse from our discussion? Which guide do you think is the most useful? Please let me know by leaving a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thank you for stopping by to watch. See you in our next video.